The English learning secret I wish I knew earlier. Welcome to English Listening Journey. If I could go back in time and give my past self one piece of advice about learning English, I wouldn't tell myself to study harder, memorize more vocabulary, or take more grammar lessons. Instead, I would share a powerful secret. One that completely changed the way I learned English and made everything easier, faster, and more enjoyable. Today, I want to share that secret with you. The common struggle. Like many English learners, I started with high hopes. I bought textbooks, attended classes, and wrote long lists of new words. I thought that if I studied enough, fluency would come naturally. But after months, even years, of effort, I still struggled to speak confidently. I knew grammar rules, but hesitated when forming sentences. I memorized words, but couldn't use them in real conversations. I thought the problem was my memory or maybe my intelligence. But in reality, my approach was all wrong. I was focusing too much on studying English rather than living in English. The secret: immerse yourself in English. The biggest secret I wish I knew earlier is this. The fastest way to learn English is to immerse yourself in the language, not just study it. You don't need to live in an English-speaking country to do this. You just need to bring English into your daily life in small, natural ways. The key to fluency is exposure. The more you hear, see, and use English in real-life situations, the faster your brain will get used to it. Instead of memorizing words from a list, you should see those words in action. Instead of practicing grammar rules, you should hear native speakers using them naturally. How to immerse yourself in English. Once I realized this, I changed my learning approach completely. Here's what I did. Changed my daily activities to English. I switched my phone, computer, and social media settings to English. This way, I was always surrounded by the language. Listened more, studied less. Instead of only focusing on grammar books, I started listening to English podcasts, audiobooks, and videos every single day. Spoke out loud every day. Even when I was alone, I talked to myself in English. I described what I was doing, repeated sentences from movies, and even recorded myself speaking. Thought in English. I stopped translating in my head and forced myself to think in English. At first, it was difficult, but over time, it became more natural. Found fun ways to learn. I watched TV shows, read interesting books, and played games in English. Learning became something I enjoyed, not something I forced myself to do. The breakthrough moment. After a few months of doing this, something amazing happened. I stopped struggling to find words. I started understanding native speakers without needing subtitles. I felt more confident when speaking. My brain had adapted to English, and it finally felt natural to use the language. I realized that fluency doesn't come from studying harder. It comes from making English a part of your life. Why this secret works? This method works because it's the same way you learned your first language. As a child, you didn't memorize grammar rules before speaking. You listened, observed, and naturally absorbed the language around you. The more you expose yourself to English, the more it becomes second nature. You don't have to move to an English-speaking country. You just have to create an English environment wherever you are. Final thoughts. If you're struggling to improve your English, I want you to remember this. Don't just study English. Live in English. Find ways to surround yourself with the language every day. Listen more, speak more, and think in English as much as possible. It's never too late to change your approach, and start seeing real progress. And who knows, a few months from now, you might look back and say, I wish I knew this secret earlier. Thank you for watching English Listening Journey. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Keep practicing, keep improving, and see you in the next video.